KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? City. KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? City. What you screaming out? What you talking about? What you screaming about? Fight KC, everybody say, fight KC, come on, fight KC, what you screaming out? Fight KC, what you talking about? Fight KC, come on, fight KC. What you talking about? What you screaming about? Fight KC.
The president of the National Wrasslin League, President Major Basedown.
Prez. The boss is here, Scott. We need to shut up and pay attention.
What, are you scared of the boss?
Hey, he signs my checks. I'll do whatever he tells me to do. And give it up for Major. He's the one. I mean, let's face it. He is the one, Scott, that is bringing wrestling back to Kansas City.
Yeah, I'll give credit where credit's due. He's quite a visionary. And he obviously has a good eye for talent. He hired me.
I think he felt sorry for you, actually, Scott. Now I understand. Major told me before we went on there today that he has got a blockbuster announcement that he's going to get to when he gets in that ring.
I'll have to say the Prez looks like $1 million. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
What is up, Kansas City? How y'all doing tonight? Man, this is a good-looking crowd, man. I'm telling you, people have been working out. So I am here to tell y'all a little bit about the NWL, how this all works. If I could get a help from my friends. The NWL works on 12-month seasons, so we're going for a year. We run every other week. We alternate between Kansas City and St. Louis. You can boo St. Louis, but what's more fun than kicking St. Louis's butt? Nothing. So, how this works, each city's gonna have its own champion. We'll crown that champion in April, here in Kansas City and also in St. Louis. We will have a mid-season classic that will pit champion versus champion. Kansas City champion versus the St. Louis champion. That will be here in KC. The winner of that match will host the end of the year finale, which will be the city versus city and crowning the champion of NWL KC versus NWL St. Louis. Next slide, please. Oh, it's a PowerPoint, baby. I don't know if you know this, I'm a businessman. I live life in PowerPoints and Excel files. PowerPoint! So, the season finale will be in December of 2017 at a location yet to be determined, depending on who wins that mid-season classic. Maybe it'll be St. Louis, more than likely it'll probably be Kansas City. In that finale, we will have a league tag team champion crowned in a 4-team tournament. In the NWL, wins and losses matter. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the top 4 teams by wins and losses, and they will square off in a one-day tournament. We will also take the 2 champions of Kansas City and St. Louis and the 2 non-champions with the best win-loss record of each city, and they will compete in a 4-man one-day tournament to figure out who the NWL champion is. Next slide, please. And then, the final show in each month. So in 3 weeks here, actually this one will be in St. Louis, unfortunately. Couldn't be helped, that's the way the calendar works. They've got nothing else to do. They do have nothing else to do. We'll be busy, besides, we're gonna be busy watching the Chiefs in the playoffs, right?
See, but I hear that, I think of Florida State, coached by my Uncle Bobby Bowden.
All right, so in that final show, whoever has the most wins in those end of the month city versus city matches will win the league championship, and that will be declared who is the real city in this state. Will it be St. Louis, or will it be right here in Kansas City?
Wait, what is it? What's going on here? There's a fight, STL. What's going on here? Or where? What? I know they were here.
I like it. I like it.
Well, oh, they're here. The fight STL
Here we go.
are here in Kansas City. I mean,
The I-70 invaders are here. They've heard enough of President Mason.
I mean,
insulting
they're
their city.
walking right behind us, Sky, and I had heard that they were in the building, but they're not supposed to be getting
Look,
involved in this.
We've got the 5-star phenom, Todd Letterman.
I mean,
We've got Des Wellston. We've got Adonis.
I mean, what? How dare they interrupt the president? I mean, he wasn't even done with his introduction yet.
Oh, let us not forget that KC fired the first shot with that cheap ambush at the last anarchy show.
What are they doing here? I mean, this is our show. This is Kansas City show. They'll have their time next week.
KC wanted to fight. Well, STL is bringing them one.
What is Des Wellston doing with these guys? I mean, Des is a man of integrity, shacking up with Adonis and Todd Letterman.
He's got civic pride, man. He grew up in Wellston, which is, granted.
Oh, here we go. Todd Letterman's got the microphone.
Of course, Letterman is the captain.
What's going on here? He's staring down the president of our company. He's got some cojones.
This is almost like Tom Brady and Roger Goodell standing off.
You don't see it, do you? Do you see it? You guys see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? You are so biased to Kansas City.
Yes.
It makes
Yes.
sick.
Major basically
You are so
right down
biased
each time.
to a bunch of losers, a bunch of cowtowners.
Yes.
Go ahead, take another sip of your beer, bud. Sit back down. Sit back down. Go ahead.
Todd really getting under the skin of the KC
You are
fans.
so biased
Don't interrupt
to
the
a
5-star
city
phenom.
that isn't even in the same league as St. Louis.
That's right.
Now he's going too far. He needs to. They're going to have their opportunity to speak.
11-time World
Now
Series
is not that
champ, bud. And
time.
you know what? You guys can do all this. You want, you can do all this. But the fact of the matter is, in a few weeks, you're going to have to give the Chiefs the Heimlich maneuver because they are going to choke.
That's right.
Come on, Letterman. I mean, that is uncalled for. Letterman, they need to get out of the ring. We got a show to do.
You want to tell him to leave? Go ahead.
No, Scott, that's your job. You go tell him to leave.
I would love to see you do that.
Tell him, President. Get him.
I think you're forgetting who you're talking to, bud.
Oh, major showings. He's
I
not
don't know
backing
if you
down from
know
these
this,
STL boys.
But I sign all of your checks. All of them. Des, I
Tell him,
sign
Prez.
your check. Christian, I sign your check. What's up, baby? How you doing? I signed your check too. My point is this. I don't know if you really want to get up in my face during my presentation.
I mean, you never interrupt a major presentation.
To be honest, that
Because I'll tell you something real quick. I am the league. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this,
better
man.
watch it. Letterman
I will
better
tell you
watch it.
something very, very quickly and very, very precisely. I am the president of the league. I am unbiased. I'm unbiased. Let's leave it at that, okay? I am impartial.
He's a little biased.
I am impartial to this whole thing between Kansas City and St. Louis. You know why? Because when NWL St. Louis does well, I do well. When NWL KC does well, I do well. When both of them do well, these people do well. And that's who I'm here for, and that's what this league is for.
Tell him.
You call them listeners one more time, and we're gonna have a serious problem. I will tell you this, if you keep getting in my face, you will see me get impartial in a second, Bubba.
Oh, Letterman is, I don't know what the
I am
I
impartial.
Basically
But I
saying
live
signs
here.
for checks, but he might get
My
paid.
kids go to school here, and you do not come in to NWOKC's first event, interrupt my presentation in my city!
And here comes the reinforcements. Fight
here we
KC is here to confront STL.
Here we go, the Royal Sisters have entered the ring.
I think a war might break out between these two factions right here, right now.
Todd Letterman eats guys like this for breakfast. Are you kidding me?
Back off, man.
Hey,
He sounded really intimidating.
come on.
And we were born and raised. So if you have a problem, don't come out here and get in the boss's face. Take it up with us.
That's right. Oh. This is not good. I mean, and he just starts letting him with 2 forearms. All hell is starting to break loose here in Kansas City, Missouri. They need to regain some order here. Split these teams apart.
The I-70 invaders have taken the fight to Kansas City, and I love it.
I mean, just putting the. Here comes Blaine Meeks. Blaine Meeks out with the steel chair. Cracks Todd Letterman right over the back with the steel chair. Blaine Meeks is here to even the score against Team STL.
Blaine Meeks calls himself a hero, but he has to use a steel chair. Are you kidding me?
I mean, look at the size of Todd Letterman. He has evened the score, and KC is here to fight.
Stop. All right, it's supposed to be the last weekend, it's supposed to be the last show of the month. We'll do this right now. We'll do this tonight. We'll do this tonight. NWL tonight. Main event. NWL Kansas City, represented by Blaine Meeks, Jax Royal, the Royal Park. Against NWL STL, Christian Adonis, Des Wellston, Todd Letterman. You're on my list, buddy. Watch yourself. Get out. Get back. Get dressed. Go get your gear on. Get dressed.
And you heard it here from the president. We have a blockbuster announcement for a main event for the evening. It's going to be Team KC versus Team STL.
So the I-70 invaders from St. Louis got exactly what they wanted. They came here for a fight, and they suckered Major Basin into taking that match this evening.
So glad Blaine Meeks was here to even the score and help Team KC get those STL guys out of here. They'll have their time, and their time is tonight. Oh, here we go. The debuting Chad Barstow.
The brand, Chad Barstow.
Cut the music.
It looks like
we're going live at Chad Barstow _NWL. No, not Tyler Breeze, Chad Barstow.
The brand Chad Barstow.
So Chad Barstow is apparently live streaming this on his Facebook channel because all Chad Barstow cares about is the Chad Barstow brand.
No, he cares about all of his millions of followers. I mean, this guy's got more followers than the Kardashians.
I mean, let's be honest about it. He may not have as many followers as you're proclaiming right now, Scott.
Well, I looked at your account earlier. You have 3, and 2 of those are your parents.
I mean, he's got his branding all over his tights and his robe. I mean, this guy, all he cares about is the Chad Barstow brand.
He's totally crushing it.
I mean, is promoting his promoting his brand is his #1 priority, but his #1 priority should be getting it done in that squared circle.
You know, if you were a brand, you'd probably be Clorox because you're so squeaky clean.
And his opponent for the evening is a dangerous, dangerous man.
At 6 foot tall, weighing 213 pounds, Thor Theriot.
Coming to the ring is Thor Theriot, and I mean, this guy is one heck of an athlete. Big, tall, strong, and he gets the job done where it counts in the squared circle.
Yeah, but how many followers does he have on social media compared to Chad Barstow? How's his brand doing against Chad Barstow's?
You know, I think there's bigger things in life that Thor is concerned about other than his quote-unquote brand.
What?
He wants to get the wins in the win column and head towards that NWL title.
Well, you know, in today's world, really, likes and followers, it's almost like a form of currency. And if that's the case, then Chad Barstow is a really rich man.
Well, we're about to see Thor Theriot taking on Chad Barstow and his brand. And Chad also was tweeting out earlier this week that this was his release party for his brand. So he's hoping to get a big win over Thor tonight.
What better way to launch the brand than to get a victory on the inaugural NWL KC show?
Oh, Chad Barstow showing that he's a little bit, he's got a little bit working upstairs, and he's ready to get down to business in the squared circle. Tries for another collar and elbow tie.
He's even got the hashtag on his trunks. I love
Beautiful
it.
clothesline by Thor, having enough of Chad trying to avoid the collar and elbow tie-up. Misses a big forearm, does Thor. Chad backing him up into the corner and gives him a chop.
There we go, shades of the nature boy.
It doesn't even look like it. Phase Thor. That's a chop for you, right across the chest of Chad Barstow. Whip to the far side, leapfrog over.
Oh my gosh!
Beautiful belly to back suplex. Drives Chad Barstow right in the mat. This could be it.
No!
Cover two. Chad Barstow misses a spinning kick, follows it up with a nice kick to the back of the head, showing his athleticism here. I mean, with his branding, we often forget that this guy's a hell of an athlete. Only gets the two.
Well, I can assure you, his millions of followers on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, they all know what kind of athlete Chad Barstow is.
Nice
Look at there.
reversal out of the corner. Chad
Nice.
has him rolled up too. Wow, had the legs over the shoulders and everything. Still couldn't get the 3 count. Boot to the midsection. Nice. Spinning neck breaker by Chad Barstow. Gets it, cover 2.
Oh.
Almost put Thor away. That was very, very close. Chad showing his technical proficiency in the ring.
The Twitter universe almost exploded with that one.
Look, he's even got a hashtag sign on those trunks. Give me a break.
He's encouraging his followers.
I mean, not much is known about Thor, but what we do know is this man is a man of few words, and he prefers to do all of his talking in the squared circle. Nice spinning back heel kick by Chad Barstow.
I've seen him in action a couple of times before, and quite frankly, I mean, he's a slow starter. You know, he comes out very methodical, and right now he's at a real disadvantage.
I mean, the scary thing, though, and you got to admit this
scared?
too. No, the scary thing about this, though, is that Thor is one of those quiet guys that there's an uneasiness to his quietness. This is a guy that has something underneath that we're not aware of yet.
Look at this.
Oh, here we go. Live Facebooking in the middle of a match.
Well,
Are you kidding me?
Well, you got to stay ahead of the curve in technology.
This is, I mean, he's still competing.
This is how you build a brand.
Thor is not happy. Look at the look on Thor's face. He is ready to unleash some vengeance on him. And Chad knows it. Don't turn around, Chad. Oh, beautiful cyclone form right to the face of Chad Barstow. Beautiful back body drop. Thor is mad.
Now we're seeing the intensity from Thor.
Beautiful pump kick. This could be it. He only gets a 2 count. Look at Thor. He does, I mean, look at that look in his eye, Scott. I mean, that is not a good look.
No, he's intense, man. He's hit the panic button.
He could be going for his coup de grace called the Ragnarok. Oh, tries for a super kick, gets blocked. Chad Barstow, here we go. This could be it. Fireman's carry into a gutbuster. That's it. That is called the Ragnarok.
Hashtag
1,
out.
2, 3. That's it. Thor puts away Chad Barstow in a decisive fashion.
Here's your winner of this contest, Thor Theriot.
Boy, you got to feel for Chad Barstow's followers out there on social media. They got to be crushed.
Chad looks like he's almost crying.
He's not crying.
Well, the brand launch didn't go as expected here for Chad Barstow.
Admittedly, it was a setback.
I don't even think he realizes he was pinned. That's how silly Thor knocked him. Look at Chad. Chad is beside himself.
Thor.
Wait, what is? Don't tell me.
Now this guy knows a thing or two about branding.
Who is this guy?
He's a talent agent.
What kind of goof is this? Is this real? Is this supposed to happen right now?
It's happening, isn't it?
I mean, what does this guy think he's doing?
That sort of reminds me of Colonel Tom Parker, who managed Elvis, made him a superstar.
Oh, I mean, what is?
Hi, I'm Roscoe Leach. I'm with the Leach Talent Agency, and our motto is, you operate from a position of advantage, or you don't operate. Now, I see you out here with your pound sign on the back of your trunks. I've seen your work on the Twitter box and the Facebook page and the Insta hatch. And let me tell you something, Brad. If you were to come with a guy like me and work with the Leach Talent Agency, you would be operating from a position of advantage. Now, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm not quite sure, Boss Hog. Let's put it this way.
Well, I mean,
I think that went pretty well.
and the brand launch party looks like it might be moved to somewhere else. And this Roscoe Leach character, I mean, who's his clients already? I mean, do we know anything about this guy? And we're ready to go for tonight's main event at the National Wrestling League debut at the Scottish Rite Temple. All right, out first we have Christian Adonis from Team STL. I mean, this guy is arrogance personified. You think Dak Draper is arrogant? Take a gander at Christian Adonis.
The flashy Filipino, he's got a ton of potential. He's got a great look, but can he get it done in the ring? We don't know. I'll tell you one thing I don't like. I guess they're not coming out together. Where's the unity of the STL?
Well, I mean, I think what's going on here is that each guy wants their little moment in the sun, and I promise you Team KC are going to come out as a solid unit. And Carolina, Griselda, Esmeralda, whatever her name is, taking up all the spotlight, I'm sure.
I could listen to her talk all day long. Well, you need at least a few hours for her to get her name out, but nevertheless.
And here comes the pride of Wellston, Missouri, Des Wellston. I mean, like you said, this guy speaks softly but carries a big stick. I mean, this guy gets it done in the squared circle, much like all of our athletes here in the National Wrestling League. But this guy, I have to question whether you should side with your city or side with the people of higher moral fiber than Christian Adonis and Todd Letterman.
Well, that's because you grew up in California. He grew up in Wellston. Wellston's the kind of place where you got to scratch, you got to claw for anything that you get in life. You understand what I'm saying?
What do you know? You're from Memphis. Isn't your dad like a millionaire or something?
I don't want to talk about my family's money.
And here comes the team captain for Team STL, Todd Letterman.
The 5-star phenom. from South St. Louis.
I mean, one thing about this Todd Letterman, I mean, he is 6'5". I mean, what is he, 6'5", over 300 pounds. He is a blue chip athlete.
348 pounds. There may not be a more powerful guy in the league than Todd Letterman.
I mean, this guy can mat wrestle, he can fly, he can do it all. This guy is the real deal. But I mean, he's so bitter. He is so bitter about this Kansas City guy
well, of course
that
he
blew
is.
his knee out.
He should be midway through a Hall of Fame NFL career, and here he is in Kansas City trying to shut these losers up.
I mean, let's be honest here, though. He needs to stop complaining about it and just get over it.
Well, it motivates him. It lights a fire. It gives him an edge each and every time he steps into that ring.
He sees professional wrestling as the lesser sport. Now here's the real team coming out for the evening, and here's their team captain, Blaine Meeks.
Yeah, he's no Captain America. He kind of looks like Steve Rogers before he took the super soldier formula. He's like Peter Parker before he got bitten by the radioactive spider.
This guy is a world-class athlete. Look at his physique. Look at his ability in the ring when they get started. This guy is a world-class athlete.
Can he even see without those Coke bottle glasses? That's what I'm wondering. Does he have supervision?
Wait till you see what this guy can do in the ring. This guy is amazing.
He comes
and I'm not taking anything away from the Team SCL, don't get me wrong.
He comes off just so mild-mannered, you know? Does he have any real fire?
But sometimes the people that come off that way, Scott, are the people that surprise us the most, and sometimes they turn out to be heroes. Now we're awaiting the arrival of the Royal Bloods, Jax and Jet Royal.
These two guys from nearby Lee Summit, Missouri, clearly the hometown favorites, but is it going to be enough to beat SCL?
This is one of the best high-flying tag teams in our sport today, and I cannot wait to see Jet and Jax Royal take to the air.
Well, correction. They once were one of the best high-flying teams until Jax Royal shattered his kneecap, suffered a serious patella injury. And will he ever be the same?
Well, we're about to find out here tonight at the Scottish Rite Temple, because the I-70 War has come to Kansas City, Missouri.
Whoever dreamed that it was going to kick off right here tonight in the inaugural show? It's unbelievable.
The following is a six-man tag team contest, and it's the main event of the evening.
I've got chills running up and down my spine for this war.
This could be the main event of the year.
To my left, representing NWL St. Louis, Adonis, Wellston, Todd Letterman.
I'm really surprised they didn't introduce Letterman first. He is the team captain.
Representing NWL KC, Blaine, Meeks, Jet and Jax Royal of Royal Blood.
Wow.
I can't even hear myself think with the crowd electric here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
The Royals and Meeks, they definitely have the home field advantage, but the I-70 invaders from St. Louis are here to prove a point.
And the fans here in KC showing their civic pride, doing the tomahawk chop out of respect for the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, I thought they were doing that in my honor to my Uncle Bobby Bowden, former coach of the Florida State Seminoles.
If you like the Royal Bloods and you want to follow them, you can actually hashtag them Flip Royals Flip, and that'll go right to them, and they'll be able to interact with their fans that way. You can go to Blaine Meeks _NWL on Twitter, get in contact with Blaine, any of the guys. You can go to our website at nwleague.com. And we're ready for action here in our main event at the Scottish Rite Temple.
And I love it. Des Wellston starting out for Team STL.
I mean, these two guys should be evenly matched. Both good in the ring, both high flyers. Nice arm drag and twist by Des Wellston. Beautiful escape by Blaine Meeks, showing incredible athleticism there. Beautiful escape by Des. Look at that, switching it into a hammerlock. Nicely executed by the athletic Wellston.
You know, I got a question though. Why is Meeks even involved in this? He's from Austin, Texas. What does he care about?
Nice sweep out of the leg from Blaine. Cover, goes for a quick pin. Tried to get a flash pin there on Des Wellston.
Did you answer my question?
Well, I wasn't. I was actually calling the action while you're talking about.
Well, I was making a point.
From Austin, Texas.
Yeah. So why does he care about this rivalry so much?
Because he's signed to the NWL KC and he's showing his pride in his new home. And actually, he's relocated here now, so he is now a Kansas Cityan.
He needs to mind his own business. There we go. There we go. Missouri proud, Wellston tough. That's Des Wellston.
Wellston hitting the ropes. Blaine with a beautiful Japanese-style arm drag.
Nice.
And Wellston answers with one of his own. Sweep out by Blaine Meeks. Only gets a 1 count. Another sweep out by Wellston. Oh, almost gets a 2 count there. Both men standing back up on their feet. The action is hot and heavy here
Holy
at the
cow.
Scottish Rite Temple. Beautiful cross-body block. Cover 1. Only gets a 1 count. Wellston ducks another clothesline. Blaine Meeks goes for a hip toss. Misses. Got him in a cradle pin.
Wow.
Holy moly. Double drop kick, and we're at a stalemate.
Man, these two are so evenly matched. They're like mirror images of each other. And can you imagine, this is just the first taste of the STL-KC rivalry. What an opening.
It looks like Wellston. It looks like Christian Adonis wants to get a little moment in the sun too. I mean, I would have liked to see these guys wrestle all night. Blaine answers Christian Adonis, charging with an arm drag, beautifully executed by Blaine Meeks. Tag into Jet Royal. Jet Royal, nice twisting on the arm, really trying to make Christian Adonis pay for, getting in the ring with him.
Interesting that Jax Royal has not entered the ring yet. You got to wonder where he is mentally, right? Medically, yeah, he's been cleared, but where is he?
Sometimes, Scott, when you're right, you do have to wonder about them.
Oh!
Amazing drop kick executed to perfection by Jet Royal. Jet Royal looking to make the tag to his identical twin Jax. These guys are identical twins, if you can't tell. Beautiful suplex. Jax executed a nice nip up over the top rope. Cover 1, 2. 2 count only. It's going to take more than that to put down Christian Adonis.
These guys didn't travel all the way to Kansas City to give up that easily.
Beautiful arm wringer there by both Jet and Jax Royal, whipping Christian Adonis on the ropes.
Nice.
Nicely executed leg drop, toe hold combination. That harkens back to many great tag teams in our sport. Only gets a 2 count there.
Shades of the Midnight Express, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Puts a tag back into his brother. Now I'm starting to get confused on who's in the ring. I do not envy referee Nick Chin in this. Double arm drag combination, backflips, double super kicks right to the side of the face. Nicely executed by the Royal Blood.
Can we at least get one of the Royals out of the ring? My gosh.
Cover 1, 2. Only gets a 2 count.
This referee is actually from Kansas City as well. I don't know if you're aware of that. But home cooking.
So are you insinuating that the referee is going to be more biased towards the Kansas City crew?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Scott, you're ridiculous sometimes.
He's letting both Royals in the ring at the same time.
He counted. He's doing his job. He's taking him out. Beautiful flipping neck breaker executed on Christian Adonis. Cover 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by Christian Adonis. What is Carolina doing? She tripped.
Here we go.
She tripped Jet Royal. She needs to stay out of this match.
No,
business has sure picked up now. Big Todd Letterman is in the ring.
He got a little distracted.
Oh, no. Jet Royal just tried to land a forearm, and it landed, but it did not have any effect on Todd Letterman. Tries for another forearm, square to the jaw. Trying with a series of shots to the stomach of Todd Letterman. Jet Royal does a backflip and just gets hammered back into the corner. Todd Letterman is so strong. Bitter, but strong.
Yeah, Letterman.
You gotta wonder if every time he hits one of these KC guys, if he's thinking about that guy that ended his NFL career.
Absolutely, with that illegal chop block.
Jet moves out of the way. Letterman crashes into the turnbuckle. Looks like Letterman's a little winded. Jet taken to the air.
Oh!
Whoa! Trying for that blockbuster, gets caught out of midair and just guts him over the top rope. Oh my goodness!
Split him in half.
Jet Royal doesn't even know where he is. It just shoulder blocks him to the guardrail on the outside. Letterman having his way with Jet Royal.
Little pancake block to the outside.
Now Christian Adonis is trying to put the beat down on Jet Royal behind the referee's back, and Wellston stopped him. He says, no, let's settle this in the ring. See, Dez is a man of character, and again makes me wonder why he's with the other guys in STL.
As I told you, he's got Missouri pride, right? And he grew up in Wellston, which is right outside of St. Louis.
I mean, Jet Royal needs to make the tag to Blaine Meeks. I mean, he is not going to last much longer with a man the size of Todd Letterman.
You see Jax Royal, he was just kind of like rubbing on his knee there, kind of shaking something out. Is he 100%?
Listen to the chant of Fight KC breaking out here through the Scottish Rite Temple. Jet ducks the clothesline.
Oh my goodness!
Beautiful back spinning heel kick by Todd Letterman. This man can move for a 350-pounder.
I've never seen a big man move like that.
Cover 1, 2. Oh, wow. Jet Royal barely put his right shoulder up in the nick of time, and Todd Letterman is feeling all the momentum on his side. Oh, Letterman putting the bad mouth on some of our fans here at the Scottish Rite Temple.
Now here we go, Christian Adonis.
Christian Adonis making his way back in the ring. Now he's not taking cheap shots. He's getting it done in the ring like he should have from the beginning.
There we go, very methodical.
Looks like he's setting him up for a suplex. Oh, beautifully executed suplex by Christian Adonis. And Esmeralda, or well, I don't even know what her name is. She's got 4 of them, but she's cheering on her hero there, Christian Adonis.
Well, she looks great, doesn't she?
She's dressed a little provocatively for my taste, a little too provocatively. Adonis dropping a series of knees into the small of the back. Jet needs to make the tag right now. I mean, he's been in there for a really long time.
That's exactly right. He can't exactly do all those flips, all those high-risk maneuvers if he's grounded.
So far, referee Nick Chin doing an amazing job of keeping the action here in the ring. Oh, knee right to the midsection of Jet Royal.
You got to admit, the St. Louis side looks a little bit stronger.
St. Louis side definitely looking strong right now in this encounter, but I mean, you got to wonder, I keep going back to it, is Dez fully bought in? Is Todd Letterman fully bought in? I mean, these guys may be out for themselves and themselves only. At least we got brothers on the other side on the KC team. Well, nice cravat applied by Wellston.
Well, STL comes into this hostile environment. They're the visiting team. They're on KC's home court, but they're taking the fight right to them.
Dez firing some knees right into the head of Jet Royal, slamming him back into the turnbuckle. Wellston means all business in the ring.
Absolutely.
And you got to think when it comes to the STL title picture, is Des Wellston somebody to consider for that title?
I think so. I mean, I think he.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice boot by Jet Royal. Plants it firmly on the side of the face of Des Wellston. He needs to make that tag. Again, he gets cut off by Des with a nice right hand. Des throwing him into the far side. Oh, measures a forearm right to the face.
Oh, my
Des
God.
Wellston landing a clothesline, turning Jet Royal head over heels.
Yeah, flip, Royal, flip. I think everybody in Kansas City felt that one.
Maybe this just is a matter of civic pride to Wellston. Maybe he doesn't want to side with Letterman and Adonis, but he does side with his hometown of STL and the Wellston Project.
You can tell this rivalry means a lot to Wellston. I've never seen him come out so aggressive and so focused.
Yeah, Fight KC chant breaking out here in the Scottish Rite Temple, trying to get Jet Royal back up to his feet. Needs to make that tag to his brother Jax or Blaine Meeks at this point. Nice back flip over Des Wellston. Crawls through the legs. He's going to make that tag, and Des Wellston grabs the foot. Nice enziguri, makes the tag to Blaine Meeks. Blaine Meeks and Christian Adonis. Nice clothesline by Blaine Meeks. Blaine Meeks ducks the clothesline by Adonis. Off the far side. Nice reverse elbow. Beautiful elbow drop by Blaine Meeks. And Blaine connects with a clothesline to the huge Letterman and connects with another one to Christian Adonis.
I tell you what, this guy can fly like a superhero. I'll give him that.
This is where he excels. Blaine Meeks to the top rope.
Nice!
And Todd Letterman catches Blaine Meeks out of midair. What is Letterman going to do with him? Slams him down with authority. This could be it for the mild-mannered Blaine Meeks.
That's it.
2 count only. Adonis trying to get the victory there after Todd Letterman did all the heavy lifting.
What an awesome display of power by Todd Letterman, the All-American.
Christian Adonis with a shot downstairs to Blaine Meeks. Follows it up with a beautiful chop. Blaine answers with one of his own. Adonis fires back. They're slapping each other across the ring here at the Scottish Rite Temple.
It's just such a physical battle. I mean, you can tell, this rivalry means so much to both sides.
And Jack still has yet to see a lot of action in this match, and it does make one wonder, is the knee holding up all right?
He seems to be really tentative about tagging in.
Slams Blaine Meeks face first. Todd Letterman just such a dominant force in the squared circle. Fires a couple forearms into the face of Blaine Meeks, make that 2. Todd Letterman is so agile, just splashes Blaine Meeks in the corner. Looks like he's going for another one.
Pancake!
Oh, could he be going for a third one? Blaine Meeks.
Oh, Pancake City, baby!
Just taking all the wind out of Blaine Meeks. Todd Letterman showing his dominance here in Kansas City.
He's got the basics down, blocking and tackling.
Oh, cannonball right into the corner. Smashes Blaine Meeks' face into that bottom turnbuckle cover. This could be it. 2. Gets the right shoulder up just in the nick of time. And Carolina looks pleased with her boys on the STL side.
Somehow Meeks slipped out of that one. I don't know how he did it.
Now Blaine is the one in trouble and needs to make a tag to either Jet or Jax Royal. The one thing you got to give it to Letterman, although he's bitter, although he believes that, someone from Kansas City stole his supposed NFL career.
What do you mean supposed?
The one thing you can't deny is that this guy is a blue chip athlete. He has accomplished a lot outside of wrestling. I just don't like the way he thinks wrestling is beneath him.
Well, all I have to say is
nice stalling vertical suplex.
A guy from Kansas City
with authority drives Blaine Meeks in the mat.
Cost him a bust in Canton, Ohio, where the NFL Hall of Fame is. So that means there's going to be a lot of busted heads here in Kansas City because
2
of it.
count only. I mean, think about the potential that Todd Letterman has. I mean, if he stopped being so bitter and just focused on being a great professional wrestler, which he has the ability to be.
Yeah, but it's the bitterness that drives him. See, that's what you don't understand. I think this guy is probably going to be the next STL champion. He's got a point to prove.
Measuring that elbow drop right into the chest of Blaine Meeks, going for the cover, an arrogant cover at that too. He needs to hook that far leg in order to put Blaine Meeks away. Blaine Meeks trying to fire back. Des landing some well-placed forearms to the back. Oh. Beautiful belly-to-back suplex, nicely executed by the Wellston native. Going for the cover again, kind of an arrogant cover, not suiting to the athletic ability of Des Wellston.
I have to say I'm a little surprised. You can tell that Wellston has been hanging out with Christian Adonis a little bit. He's acting a little cocky tonight.
But that's not going to work in his favor. He needs to get to the pay window. All the guys in the STL need to get to the pay window tonight. Cocky covers like that are just not going to get it done.
No, this is more about going to the pay window. This is about pride. This is the first shot in the war between STL and KC. Do you understand that? This is for bragging rights.
This isn't about wins and losses. You're right. This is about bragging rights. This is about, can the STL guys come into our backyard and beat Kansas City? Nice roll up by Blaine. This may be it, too. Only gets a 2 count.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful forearm on Blaine Meeks. Catches him right
there
in the
midsection.
Des hammering Jax on the outside.
I like this new side of Des Wellston. I have to say, I like it a lot.
Now Des showing a little bit of aggression here and distracting the referee with Jet and Jax Royal, pretending that there's a tag being made while all 3 guys are triple teaming Blaine Meeks in the corner.
Oh, you were saying what a fine official this referee was.
Everybody has their faults. I mean, even you, Scott.
What?
I mean, he may not be paying attention right now, but the ref definitely needs to turn around and pay attention to what's going on in the corner.
Well, if the Royal sisters would get out of the ring, maybe the referee could do his job.
How dare you? You know that they're brothers. Oh, my elevation right out of the corner. Drops Blaine Meeks right on his back. Letterman blows a little kiss to the Royals on the outside.
To the Olsen sisters out there.
Cover 2, another arrogant cover by Todd Letterman, placing one hand on the chest of Blaine Meeks.
Well, Todd Letterman, he doesn't want to just win the match. He wants to embarrass KC. Do you understand that?
2 hard knees to the back. Think about the force that 350 pounds behind a knee can do to your spinal column. I'd like to see him do that to you, quite honestly.
Are you threatening me?
Crowd chanting for Meeks, wanting Meeks to make his way out of this hold that Todd Letterman has him in.
They say the Meeks will inherit the earth. Right now, all Blaine Meeks is inheriting is a hell of a lot of pain. Where's this hero that's inside Meeks? Where is it? I'm not seeing it.
Blaine is desperate for that tag. He can't quite make it over the Royal Bloods. Plants him down with a spine buster.
I don't think the Royal Blood, they weren't really reaching that hard for that tag. I don't think they won in there.
Believe me, there is no fear in Jet and Jax Royal, and you've seen it when they take to the air. These guys are not scared of anything, so they are not scared of getting in there mixing it up with Letterman.
Well, I haven't seen Jax Royal take to the air too often. I mean, I have to wonder about the knee.
Todd Letterman just seeming like he's toying with the mild-mannered Blaine Meeks at this point. I mean, you got to wonder if this is just a matter of going for a proper cover, and this could be all over.
Look at that dazed look on Meeks' face.
Letterman with a beautiful body slam.
I don't even know. I don't even know if Meeks knows what city he's in right now.
Look at those ropes bend as Letterman hits the ropes and just spits on Blaine Meeks, showing utter disrespect for the Kansas City team. Hits the ropes again, going for a big splash. He misses. Blaine Meeks rolls out of the way, and he needs to make a tag to one of the Royal Bloods.
This is the 4th quarter. I thought Todd Letterman had the game won.
But it shows you that showboating will be his downfall each and every time. Blaine Meeks trying to make it over to make the tag. Makes the tag to Jax Royal. Jax Royal in the ring. Clotheslines Des Wellston. Make that 2. And Jax Royal doesn't seem to be showing anywhere on that knee. Beautiful sling blade on Dez. Jax Royal finally seen some action in the ring tonight. Beautiful splash into the corner, tags his brother Jet in. Beautiful assisted Uranagi. Nicely executed cover, 2.
Nice save, nice save.
Christian Adonis making the save. I mean,
the crowd can boo all they want. There is so much at stake right now.
Blaine Meeks misses a knee. Christian Adonis. Nice reverse Russian leg sweep there, executed on Blaine Meeks. Ducks the clothesline. Beautiful back brain kick there. Picks up Adonis. Adonis is no small man. Nicely executed. Looks like Des Wellston's coming in the ring, trying to save Christian Adonis from the beating he was suffering. Hard Irish whip into the buckle, puts a boot up into his face. Jet Royal in the ring now.
Nice.
Oh, tornado DDT executed very well by the pride of Wellston. Reverse Hurricane Rana drops Dez right on his head. Jax is the man in the ring right now, going for the cover.
Wait a minute. No.
Oh, 2 7/8. That was almost it.
He wasn't even the legal man in the ring, was he?
Referee Nick Chin on top of the action. That was almost a three count. Des Wellston put his shoulder up at the last possible minute. What are the Royals going for here? Letterman picking Dez off of his shoulder. Pump kick right to the face. Just knocked him out of his boots.
He just punted him.
What is Letterman going for here? He's got Jax on his shoulders. Oh my goodness, he's got Jet Royal on his shoulders too. And he is showing that all-American strength. Todd Letterman, oh my gosh, going for a double Finley roll. Have you ever seen that before?
All I know is there's a lot of royal pain in the ring right now.
My goodness, Todd Letterman doing a double Finley roll using the royal blood.
This has been brewing for months now. Royal blood called out Todd Letterman in their press conference, and now they're paying for it.
Todd Letterman in complete control. I mean, his size is really making a difference in this match. I think that was Jax he just dumped on the outside, bringing Jet back into the ring. It's like setting him up, hard forearm strikes in the corner. I mean, you could hear those off every corner here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
The St. Louis
Des making a tag.
Clearly in control of this one. They're going back home the winners, I promise you that.
Oh my, misses the discus clothesline, and I think he just took Des Wellston's head off. Huge mistake by Todd Letterman. Blaine with a jumping knee strike to the face of Christian Adonis.
A rare miscue by a great athlete like Todd Letterman.
Todd Letterman going for that pump kick again. It looks like he's going for comic mischief. He misses it. Letterman tries for a clothesline, ducks. Oh, nice long blower there by Blaine Meeks.
Wait a minute.
Jet's going to the top rope.
Oh.
Long blower, blockbuster combination. This could be it for the big Todd Letterman. Blaine making a dive to the outside. Tope, cone, helo. Double thrust kicks to Todd Letterman by the Royals.
Come on, ref, get one of them out of there.
The Royals could be going for the Royal Flush. Blaine Meeks taking to the sky now. This could be it. Beautiful splash by Blaine Meeks to Todd Letterman.
This can't be the end of Todd Letterman.
Royal Flush.
No.
Connects with Todd Letterman. Cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Team Kansas City wins the war against STL tonight at the Scottish Rite Temple.
I don't see how they can be very proud of a victory like that. That was a tainted victory. He took 2 Royals to pin Todd Letterman. Outrageous.
Team KC is victorious tonight at the Scottish Rite Temple, but the war is far from over.
Now, this is only the beginning.
President Baston coming in the ring now to congratulate the hometown Kansas City fighters.
Confirming our suspicions all along that Major Baston is pro KC.
You better watch your mouth. He signed your checks too, Scott.
Well, you know what? I'm not afraid to tell it like it is. Apparently you are.
Like we said, this may be the first chapter in one of the longest rivals in wrestling history.
This is not over by a long shot. And I don't see how they can be very proud of that victory. It took 2 Royals to pin 1 Letterman. I mean, you think the officiating in the NFL is bad? The NWL just took it to a new low.
It's been a great night here at the Scottish Rite Temple, Scott. Even commentating next to you has been an absolute joy. We hope you guys tune in all the time. Come to all of the live events. This is just the start of a beautiful, beautiful relationship between the National Wrestling League and all the fans of professional wrestling.